Yo guys, happy Wednesday. Things are going pretty insane. Waiting on things, trying to get things done. Excuse me. But slowly things are coming together, which is insane. It literally felt insanely slow in the beginning, but as everything gets unboxed, it's actually pretty fast. I'm getting excited for everything. A bit surprised that, a lot of my collection, like the Super 7 stuff, is all unboxed, and now we're waiting on the company to make certain figures. Star Wars will be soon fully unboxed, and then we'll be waiting on the company to make certain figures. G.I. Joe, again, we'll be waiting on the company once everything is fully out for certain figures. I think most of the Soul of Chikogan that I want for my collection is out already. I wouldn't even say I have half of it though. But yeah, it's turning into getting everything unboxed, getting everything out, and literally waiting for these companies to make certain figures. But as you saw, we got our Neca Gargoyles Lexington figurine. It was used, of course, but to finally have that figure is pretty insane. And knowing that they only made a certain amount of that figure and the price is going to skyrocket if you actually want to collect gargoyles, especially those who are collecting gargoyles, knowing that you will not be able to find that figure to complete the gargoyles collection, if you haven't already, is pretty insane. But like I said, today we got some gargoyles, starting to unbox the collection. First we're gonna get Hudson. Comes with 2 heads, his tail, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra hands, and his sword. So what a lot of people don't know is that Hudson was the original leader back in the old days. He brings a lot of experience, a lot of knowledge of the old ways. But we're in New York now, so of course that really doesn't help much. And of course we gotta open up Goliath. These two will be the 2 of the 3 in the back. Goliath comes with what looks like a pickle. 3 extra hands, tail, extra head, and a book. These 2 guys are the massive characters of the gargoyles, and there will be, as I said, 2 of the 3 in the background. Joining them will be Broadside, or Broadway. Broadside. Transformers. So like I said, Goliath will be in the middle. Hudson will be on one side, Broadway on the other. In front of them, hopefully I can put Lexington, Brooklyn, and Dimona. And if everything goes right, put their dog in front. And if I can actually get Xanatos and Eliza to complete my collection. Unfortunately, I'm not a fan of the Goliath or Gargoyle metal armored Xanatos. I want the human version. Just because it's smaller. And it literally feels more like Lex Luthor than anything. I mean, even with the armor, it feels like Luthor with the armor. But I'm hoping to unbox 2 at a time, which means this week, next week, and the following week, which is going to be insane. We should still be unboxing Star Wars, the Sith. So I'm thinking after this, possibly unboxing the G.I. Joe Legacies, going into Soul of Chuck Hogan, which I really don't have a lot of figures, so it's not going to take too long. There's 3 more classified figures for G.I. Joe to unbox that's on the side. And then Transformers. So possibly in 3-4 months. Shooting for July, August. And then once that's unboxed, all we have is the G.I. Joe Classifieds. It's going to be interesting. So the Soul of Chokogans, I'm hoping to unbox 2 at a time. The big figures are going to be a little bit interesting because we have to kind of combine them to make the figures. So we'll see how that goes. See how much room I actually have. The Transformers, I'm hoping to unbox 1 at a time. Unfortunately, I don't think I can't see transforming these things. It's gonna take a long time, so hopefully we can do vehicle and then just robot. We'll see. It's gonna be interesting, but we are almost there. Hopefully we can get most of everything unboxed this year, so we can just unbox things as they come in. Maybe. We'll see. But let's get into this. It is definitely still light outside. Much nothing is in the box, which is pretty cool, I guess. No extra papers. We do get a pretty nice cardboard background. What looks like New York City from the top view. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize these wings would be this big. Love this blade. I do like this head better than the original. Don't know why that had things holding him in. You can tell it's pretty old. That I've had him from a while because these things are getting yellowish. Don't know if you can see the little butthole. See if we can take you off, put you on. It is a very tight fit. We got right, left, right. It is definitely being a pain. This wingspan is insane. again, an insane wingspan. Pretty much the same background, which is crazy. Look at these wings. At least the tails are bendable. Only leg things holding it in. He still doesn't want to come out. So there was the black thing holding him in there. Finally have him out. I love these other look for the characters. Definitely a pain to stand. Come on. Hudson had better feet. That's for sure. Easier to stand. But, I mean, the detail in the sculpts and in the character itself is insane. Neca has done some crazy things. Don't know if he can actually hold the book. There's definitely gotta be a way. Maybe it's in this one. The book is pretty heavy though, pretty solid. But Goliath's wingspan is literally my whole freaking desk. This is crazy. But look at them. They're freaking awesome. His head's still not on there. Goliath is pretty on there though. I hope they fit. So I'm pretty sure I have a spot for Brooklyn. It's gonna be pretty tight though. Maybe we can put Demona here. Put Lexington there. We'll figure this out. So next week we got Demona and Broadside. I want to see how much room Broadside takes. Broadway. Then Brooklyn, Lexington, the two smaller characters. We should have enough room. I hope. Of course, we have our knights and barbarians up here, going down into the gargoyles. I mean, you can see literally Goliath's wingspan is literally almost the entire shelf. So this will be interesting. But they look fantastic. We'll see how much room Broadway takes up, how much room Demona takes up. Brooklyn's definitely gonna take up some spots. So we might not have room for the two humans. we'll see. But I have to say, Neca has done some insane work. I love Super 7. They're great. They're durable most of the time. But comparing Neca to Super 7, the details in Neca, the only problem is Neca loses a lot of IPs. They don't finish a lot of their IPs. So, yeah. Of course, our girls. So far, although this might switch, we'll see what's going on. And I say it because if I start collecting Mystic Legions, it would make more sense to have the Knights, the Barbarians, the Gargoyles, the Mystic Legions. But still keep Grumpy and the Horsemen there. So yeah, things are definitely coming together. That is definitely insane. Can't wait to see how it looks once all of them are open. Even if I don't have Xanatos and Eliza, they should look pretty intense. So, with that, of course, thank you for watching. Hope you might have saw something you might like. Like I said, Super 7 does some great work. Neca does some great work. I love both companies. But at the same time, I kind of hate both companies. And like I said, Soul of Chokogan should be pretty fast. Only have 3 big ones, 4 small ones so far. That is what I kind of want to open up. Stalker, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, and I'm figuring put Ninja for Scarlet there. Like I said, still need to work on my legacies. We're doing Star Wars. This Friday, 3 Inquisitors. Grand Inquisitor, Marok, and Second Sister. As you can see, still have some holes to finish with Super 7. Got some holes. So, yeah, there's a lot of things I'm waiting on, and there's a lot of things I actually have planned. I really like how this is turning out. We got Vader in the back, Dr. Piranha, Shredder, General Plague, Blot from Pirates of Dark Waters, Big Boss from Cops, Bionic 6 Scarab, the Overlord from Black Star, Tex Hex from Brave Star, Bison from Street Fighter, Doc Terror from Centurions, Supreme Doctor Doom from Marvel, Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, I need more villains. I need more big villains. So, thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, take care, be safe, and as always, aloha.